I am to report. I went down and got my groceries. After groceries, I went and got the dishes done. The dead body was so fucking disgusting. I'm not going to describe that stench again. It was the exhuming one that I described. Okay, it was level 3. It was heavy. The house was musty, humid, thick air just stuck in the air, gaining in intensity. It was about a 3, gaining to 4. Really thick, dead body that had just been killed in the last 3 to 4 hours. Disgusting shit, man. It was filling the whole house. I noticed that the last couple of times this has happened is we're musty and humid. I don't know what they're doing with their fucking human remains, because they're making money off chopping the bodies up. It's really fucking horrifying here. Okay? I heard one of the kills today. It was fast and it was hard and it was over by the yellow house, if not on the roof. But this shit is so military, I can't be talking about it. It was loud. But it was not crashing like these psychotics sometimes do. It wasn't one of these psychotic murders. It was with a weapon, warfare type. It's really scary what's happening here in this terrorist cell. And I have no problem discussing and describing it, but I can't get stuck on that at the moment. That was one of the bodies I smelled, okay? And I don't know how they're dragging them, what they're doing, what's going on here. But these two psychotics who are ISIS terrorists, Ball and Murray, have their hands on too many dead bodies, and they said they were going to start fucking eating them. And they did. It's really fucking horrifying here. Okay, so I went into the hallway and I was big time. I'll just be honest. I was commanded by God to wash the dishes, no matter what, after I got the groceries. I was commanded by God. This hardly ever happens. This is the first time I can recall it, and if it did before, it was maybe a year ago before. I'm never commanded to go out there and fuck their water up when there's bodies in the house. I'm ordered at the highest orders. There's degrees of orders, but there's a command is a command, and I would love to share that, but I'd have to do that with a real person. I just can't do everything on YouTube. I was commanded by God to wash the dishes. He says it's okay to say that on the internet. I was scared because there's so many bodies in here. And there's been a lot that's going on in here today that I can never talk about. I know this sounds like a broken record with me, but it caused me to be really kind of scared, and I didn't want to go out there today. I didn't want to do that, but I was commanded. I had to be really brave. The TVs were blasting, and the whole dead bodies show was going in the house, how they operate and their system they have. On every floor. I started washing the dishes, and I flushed the toilet a couple of times. After I flushed the toilet's big today with the terrorists and the dead bodies. That is when the terrorists entered back into the cell, both the male and the female. Murray and Ball, ISIS terrorist bomb makers, both came back. They were not here. At that point, the female terrorist Ball, ISIS bomb maker, went into the bathroom from some room on the 3rd floor, and started dragging things and thumping things and working hard, flushing, running water, everything they do to manage dead bodies and bombs. She did it right over my head. She even dropped something. It was like heavy and kind of muffled. I thought maybe someone died, but no. I know when a kill is, and it wasn't that. She was working on her bodies and bombs right over my fucking head, right out in the open. It's shocking to see that shit. I can't believe it every time these terrorists do that. But after the time that they left the house at level 5 filled with dead bodies, which I reported that day, I went to the porch. I was filming it on live. I couldn't believe it. It hadn't stink that bad, fucking from floor 1 to floor 3. Absolutely level 5 with multiple rotting dead fucking flesh bodies. I don't know what they're doing in here. They have it in bins and stuff. And then they all came back the next day, these 2 psychotics, and then they're eating them. They fry them up. So I realized it at that point, which was, I think, pushing a year ago, that these people were really fucking criminally insane. And that is really what I was dealing with, and I needed to get a reality check, okay? So they're crazy enough to go right in there, manage those bodies, manage those bombs right over my head. Yes, they are. And that is what the female terrorist did again, okay? Then she comes downstairs, and she is creeping really quietly with my door closed. I thought there was one with her. It was really, really suspect, and all the way, red flag of how quiet she was creeping past my door and slowly past my door. And I had the water off. There was something. This woman is an accomplice to murder. She chops up their bodies. She makes bombs. She's been an attempted murderer with the amount of poison she's put on me. I've watched her do it and heard her do it, and the mail. So she's a murderer, but she wasn't successful with me. Okay, so what she's doing behind that door when I was in the bathroom, I'm fucking all ears. And she was slow. I mean, I've never heard someone walk so slow, creeping so slow past my door. I'm thinking, okay, they're trying to approach me in here. She's with somebody. Of course I was, 100%. Fuck yeah. And my green light was, you're just fine. Turn off the water. Listen to her. Just listen to her. You're fine. My green light was, there's a white woman with them. She thinks the white woman's going to jump you. She's setting the scene. What she's doing by walking like this. Like that slow. Nobody walks that slow. I couldn't figure out what the fuck. It was not pretty what she was up to. You hardly heard her coming down the stairs. All that, right? So I'm just trusting in God. Okay, I'm going to be okay. Here come the fucking murderers. After they just managed bodies and bombs, and the whole place smells like a rotting corpse. And then she quickened up her pace outside of my bathroom door and went down the stairs really loud, and then started another script theater show for me to film, hear, talk about, and see to the male ISIS bomb maker terrorist Murray in the basement. She kept yelling, Russ! Really loud. Russ, these are fucking crazy people, dude. Both of them are engaged in cannibalism. They're both really skitsed out. Vladimir Putin and Biden and Trump absolutely keep them here in order to protect their own selves. They don't care what agents go down. They don't care who goes down. Vladimir Putin and Biden and Trump do not fucking care about anybody but themselves and their power. Vladimir Putin, Biden, and Trump gave these psychotics like Novichok and some really illegal chemical agents. It's been a few different ones. Oh, certainly, because the martini is one on its own. They have at least 2 or 3 that they've given them just to execute me in here, and it didn't work. You can only figure, and with complete assured, know that Vladimir Putin, Biden, and Trump don't know what to do because I'm still alive in here. You just know that. Put money down. They tried to fucking poison me to death. I gotta do a part 2. I'm gonna hang up and do a part 2.